In last video, I called out AVTX at 12 cents, and I told you guys that it would probably go up pre-market yesterday, and I also said it had a good chance to double or triple going into this week. And what happened? I called it here at 12 cents, as you can see. So I called this play at 12 cents on Sunday. What happened? It went up over 50% yesterday. Actually was up over 20% in pre-market or something like that, reaching a high of 22 cents right here, as you can see, but is currently trading around 18 cents or 17 cents. It has dipped down. It's about 3:30 p.m. so it has dipped down, but either way, this one reached a high of 22 cents and was up 100% since I called it out, guys. So make sure you like the video and put notifications on, because I am showing you some really good plays. Just called LIFW for 100% gainer, and now AVTX for another 100% gainer on the channel. This was on the 5-minute chart. I was mainly trading on the 5-minute chart yesterday because I was scalping. Actually went in and got in 2 different times. I'm no longer in the play as of right now, but there was some very good news that came out this morning I will discuss, and there are many catalysts filled with this company that could really send it up. But I like to get in and get out with these plays, so that's what I did here with ticker AVTX. This video, I'm going to be covering multiple different penny stocks. I'm going to be going over a stock that's trading at 86 cents with a $50 million market cap, actually a $46 million market cap, and this same company just reported $70 million in revenue for the month of August. So that just shows they are capable of doing just under $1 billion in revenue each year if they do keep this up. This is one that's extremely undervalued, and one we definitely have to talk about. I'm also going over a penny stock trading at 35 cents as of right now. This stock IPO'd just over $4 just in February of this year, went all the way down to 35 cents, and could be bottomed out at 35 cents with a $4 million market cap. And they actually are planning on establishing themselves as a market leader in the $300 billion gaming industry. So that's a very big statement by the company. Their liabilities are sitting at $276,000 compared to $5 million in total assets. Keep in mind, they have $5 million in total assets with a $4 million market cap. Extremely undervalued. Only 12 million outstanding shares as of right now. So the first stock I want to talk about is ticker NFTG, the NFT Gaming Company Inc. Trading at 36 cents. This one did IPO over $4 just in the beginning of the year. I believe in February of this year, they IPO'd at $4 and went all the way down to 36 cents. They have a market cap of under $4 million, sitting at $3.9 million. Outstanding share count is sitting at 12 million outstanding shares. So this one could easily move with a lot of volume. And something to really look at with this company, looking at their financials, on their balance sheet, they have $1.7 million cash on hand, but they also have $3.5 million in short-term investments. I've already looked at their cash burn rate. They're burning around, $500,000 up to $800,000 each quarter. So just alone with their cash on hand, you have $1.6 million, that gets them through roughly, 2.5 quarters, something like that. But, they do have short-term investments of $3.5 million. If they were to sell these, that gives them over $5 million cash on hand. So if they did sell these short-term investments along with their cash on hand, they're sitting with around $5 million cash on hand, which could easily get them through the next year and a half. Not saying they won't dilute shares, but there's really no reason to, or they really don't have to. But I'm not really sure what they will do. But looking at their total liabilities, keep in mind you always add 3 zeros on these numbers right here. But under $300,000 in total liabilities with $5.4 million, and also a $3.9 million market cap with $5.3 million in total assets. This one's been beaten down ever since it IPO'd, and I think could be bottomed out. Not saying it is, but definitely has a chance to make you some money or maybe even move up, as it is up 12% today, trading at 36 cents. They are in a very big industry, so a lot of potential for this company. Just 1 week ago, NFT Gaming Company announces their newest game launch, Brawl Bots, and just a week before that, NFT Gaming Company announces that Brawl Bots has been approved by the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. So there's no revenue for the company yet, but they're only burning around 800,000 or less each quarter. They're going, that's what they're burning through, as you can see on their financials right here. In terms of net income, they lost $750,000 for the second quarter of this year, lost $1.5 million the quarter before, and 300,000 before that, and 300,000 before that, and then 464,000 just in the second quarter of 2022, which was 1 year ago. So they don't really have any revenue, but once they do get revenue, they're not really burning through that much cash. So that's something to look at whenever they do get revenue. If they do, that's something to keep an eye out for. But just this month and last month, they've been coming out with PRs pretty much every week. For this month, it looks like NFT Gaming Company announces commercial launch with Space Striker AI. NFT shares jump up on pre-market on commercial lawns of Space Striker AI. So definitely one you need to do your own research on. Fundamentally, their asset debt or their liability to asset ratio is looking very good. Only 12 million outstanding shares. Don't really have to dilute shares for a very long time, especially if they do sell their short-term investments. Tiny market cap. This is definitely one that should be on your watch list as of right now. Ticker NFTG. So next stock we have to talk about is one that I did not think would dip below 98 cents or even under $1, but is down 14% for the day as of right now. Ticker SDOT. Sadot Group Inc. 46 million outstanding shares. But they did have some very positive news come out where they reported over $67 million in top line revenue for August 2023. Now, this company actually just reported their first ever profitable quarter just for the second quarter of 2023, and it's already looking like the third quarter will be very good just based off that $67 million top line revenue, which is a very big improvement. They did $53 million for July 2023, and this jumped to $67 million. And shares were up pre-market. The reason this stock is down, though, is because they had an 8K filing where they can basically sell shares of common stock equal up to around $25 million worth. So this is why the stock is down. But, this one is still one that is, even with that, obviously if dilution is coming, the OS is going to go up. People always freak out. That's the number one concern with, pretty much any penny stock. People do freak out. They haven't really said what they're going to use this capital for. So maybe they are expanding, getting an acquisition, something like that. Definitely keep an eye out for any news as they just put out $67 million in revenue. And guys, also keep in mind they have a $46 million market cap and they did $212 million in revenue for the first quarter of 2023, $160 million revenue for the second quarter of 2023. So revenue was down for the second quarter compared to the first quarter of 2023, but margins increased significantly. It's because they're restructuring their business and really getting rid of a lot of restaurants that weren't making them money. So once they get everything going smooth again, I really expect this to jump up and margins should continue to improve. For the first half of the year, they're already sitting at $372 million or $373 million in total revenue already. So, can they hit, $700 million or $800 million in revenue for the year, or even go beyond that? It's very possible. So, even with their outstanding share count going up with this deal and everything, I still think this one is undervalued. Is down 14%. Maybe you could get some discounted shares. Let me know what you think about ticker SDOT. This is one that, you definitely have to do your own research on, one that is extremely undervalued. No one really knows about it. It did break. Let's see what the volume is at right now. Volume is at $1.3 million. We really haven't seen a $1 million or 1 million share volume day, for weeks, it looks like. So volume is picking up with this. But definitely keep an eye out for some news with what they're going to do with this capital. Could push the stock price up, or maybe this one will actually get back to $1 because people are ignoring the big jump in revenue. So that's something to keep an eye out for. So ticker SDOT is definitely one to watch that has a lot going on right now. But anytime we do get dilution or news of an offering, or that common stock shares are getting sold, it's always negative for the company. So obviously that's why this one is down right now, down 15% for the day. The ticker AVTX was called on Sunday, and Monday the day after went up 55%, then another 20% in pre-market today. But now it is, people are starting to sell off shares. But, they had some really good news come out today. Avalo Therapeutics eliminates $35 million debt owed to Horizon Technology Finance. They strengthen balance sheet. The company is well positioned to pursue collaborations, expand research efforts, and bring innovative treatments to the market, says Gary A. Neal, CEO and chairman of Avalo Therapeutics. Keep in mind the CEO right here was the chairman of board since 2017, or was on the board of directors and became chairman of the board for a company that was sold to Pfizer for $7 billion. And keep in mind, Pfizer is a $200 billion company. So the very strong leadership here by the CEO of ticker AVTX. I was on the 5-minute chart mainly yesterday, did not take any trades today. I am out of the position right now, but as you can see, one trade I got into right here, I was, this one got rejected just around, just over 16 cents, got rejected 3 different times. You can see I was watching this one at 11 a.m. Saw these rejections right here at 16 cents. I said, if it breaks over 16 cents, it should move up another leg further. Posted again. If it breaks past 16 cents, you saw this rocket right here. I was posted on StockTwits. Guys, follow me at 6K_investor on StockTwits if you want to. I tested the wall at 16 cents. I said likely to break out if it goes past it. So that's what I was watching for. Actually, as I was waiting for this to happen, the stock went all the way down here, and you can see volume died out right here when it tested these lows right here, got rejected in the past at these levels and did not dip any lower. So I was watching this when I saw this red hammer right here. I saw this these candles right here, and I saw weak bearishness, and then I saw the volume down here didn't really increase. In this trade right here, if you were watching it on the 5-minute chart, I would have put a stop loss right here and, you know, just try to wait for this one to get back to test the 16-cent level, and that would be an easy, you know, 10 to 20% profit. Don't know exactly how much, but, you know, a lot of profit right there. So when it tested these 16 levels, you know, so when that happened right here, it showed weak bearishness, and I didn't think it would go under this. So what you should have done right here is put a stop loss and just rode some profit until this one did test the 16-cent level and then take profits. But then on my post, you know, I was really watching to see if this one would break 16 cents and, you know, confirm, you know, the body of the candles actually close above this. And that was confirmation right here as this one did start spiking up. This is another level you should have got in because I said if it broke 16 cents, this one would absolutely break out. See, as it broke this 16-cent level right here, it went from 16 cents all the way to a high of 18 cents. And then later on, ended up going all the way to 22 cents. So this was one you should have been watching here, and you should have took profits as you got them here because this stock is a very high risk play. But, you know, either way with the stock right now, it looks like people are taking profits along with shorts manipulating the stock price further down. So that's what's happening right now. This one is now trading at 15 cents. Actually, you know, dipped from 17 or 18 cents all the way to 15 cents since I started recording this video. If you did make it this far in the video, really appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.